One comment that I often get on this channel is, Andrea Jean, you must clean all day long. Well, the truth is, no, I don't. So we don't have all day to clean our house, but I have 20 tips and tricks that I'm gonna share with you to make it look like your home is cleaner than ever before. And you know me, I love my Amazon stuff and I keep everything that I share with you. I've just found some really clever ways of containing it, organizing it. Well, let's dive in. These tips and tricks are also gonna be super helpful if you have someone coming over to your house. They're like, hey, I'm coming over in 5 minutes, and you're like, what am I gonna do? My house is a complete disaster. Don't you worry, honey, I've got you covered. Trust me, I've been in that situation before. We're like panic mode, but you better believe in about 5 minutes we can whip spaces into place. 4 parts, 20 tricks. Part 1. Quick visual fixes. Tip number 1, close the doors. If you have company coming or someone's coming over to your house randomly, unexpectedly, how dare they? Close the doors. Maybe you have a junk room, a closet, a storage room, a kid's bedroom that, well, has seen better days. It's okay. Just shut that door to hide the visual clutter. Remember, these are tips to help you fake having a clean home without actually having to clean. Well, minimally clean. Or maybe you just cannot handle the chaos of a space. It's okay to shut that door. In my home, we have a room. Oh man, my husband may not like me for this one. It is his office. We had to separate offices because we just have different thresholds when it comes to clutter in the office space. I like clean, nice lines, everything put away, whereas he's just more generous and liberal with all the knickknacks and the papers and the things on the desk. And my daughter also shares this room with Barbie things, dream houses, LOL things. Now, here's the truth. She never plays with this stuff anymore at her age. However, I also have a 4-year-old who may eventually play with these items. So this is the best space that we are able to keep it. But let me just tell you, this room, oh, if I open this door, it gives me anxiety. This room gives me so much anxiety. We're just gonna shut this door. Much better. Especially if it's not your space, not your place. And even if it is your space and your place, it's okay to shut that door from time to time. Tip number 2, fluff a pillow or fold a blanket. This includes in your living room or the area that you spend the most lounging time in. It could be a den or a sunroom, but it also includes your bedroom. Just take a couple of minutes to fluff up those pillows, fluff up the cushions, make them look a little less lived in, less worn out, if you will, and then just fluff up those pillows. In fact, you could just spray a little scent if you want to make it smell nice and lovely. But if you are scent averse, obviously you're not gonna do that. Me, I love all the smells. The same goes in your bedroom. Fluff up those pillows, fold the blanket, put everything away nicely. It's just gonna add a little elevated touch to any space. Whereas if you had the pillows all over the floor, just kind of messed up, crumpled in, I don't really know if that's a word, crumpled in, and the blanket was just thrown all over, it's gonna make your space look automatically more messy than it really is. And you can get this done in a matter of, 30 seconds, 15 seconds, a minute, depending upon your room. Tip number 3, grab a laundry basket, any sort of basket, a paper bag, whatever you have on hand, and you're gonna go around your house and you're gonna put all the odds and ends and bits and pieces that don't belong where they currently are into that basket, laundry basket, or bag, and you can deal with it at a later time. And where do you put the laundry basket or the paper bag when you're done? Just put it in a closet, set it aside. That way when company comes over, all the clutter is put away and that basket is hidden. I have been guilty of this, my friend, and chances are you know somebody else in your life that has done the exact same thing. Now the trick is, once all the fun and festivities are over, that you go into that closet where you hid all the random stuff that you picked up around your house and go through and put that away. Now that will likely take you more than 5 minutes, but if you live alone, you don't have a lot of chaos in your house, unlike I do. In fact, my 4-year-old could tear apart our entire house in probably 10 minutes time from top to bottom. She walks into a room, it's like her enjoyment is just pulling everything out, walking away, leaving the scene of the crime. Oh yes, this is on the daily. In fact, she herself likes to grab bags from around the house and put random things in it. But the problem is she doesn't actually put the contents of the bag away. So there's that. Tip number 4, light a candle or use some sort of diffuser. Make your space smell fresh, inviting. Bake some chocolate chip cookies. Use a little lemon essential oil. Your space, when it smells good, will automatically feel more clean, more refreshed. You're like, that smells lovely. What is it? You must have cleaned your house today and washed the floors. And inside you're thinking, nope, I didn't do anything. maybe that little essential oil goes a long way. My husband will even get fooled from time to time. I'll put a little room spray on. He'll be like, oh, did you mop the floors today? And I'm like, yep, I totally did. Just kidding. Tip number 5, wipe down your countertops in the bathroom, in a kitchen, maybe it's in an entryway area, a mudroom area. Just wipe those counters down. A lot of times, a lot of grime likes to accumulate on them, fingerprints. If you're like me, we do our hair in the kitchen when the girls are getting ready in the morning. So there's usually like a layer of hairspray on my countertop. Do a quick wipe it down, especially in the bathroom. I wipe down our bathroom counters every single day because they just get nasty and disgusting. I don't know if it's just me with 4 small children, like in and out of those bathrooms and neighbor kids, but if we don't wipe down those counters every day, this ain't looking right. Like, what is that? Oh, I don't touch that. And if you use some sort of scented multi-purpose spray, it's gonna make that space smell, well, delicious. Just kidding, you don't wanna eat any of the products, but to me, like good smelling things are delicious, whether they're edible or not. Part 2, trick the eye. Tip number 6, stack those books or magazines neatly. Maybe you have some books kind of sprung out on a bookshelf or on the floor, on a counter, or any sort of surface area where books like to find themselves. Just take a little time to straighten them up really nicely. Again, under 5 minutes to do this, depending about how many books are out of place in your home, or maybe you have magazines on your coffee table. Take just a few seconds to put those things in order, contain them, make them look nice, make them look like, look what I've done. I've organized books today. Just kidding. Trust me, just doing this simple task is gonna make any space look cleaner than it actually is. Especially in my home, we have books everywhere. And if books are thrown out on the floor, which they often are, I just take a little time to neatly condense them, put them together. Our floors are clear, our countertops are clear. Everything is looking just a little bit more put together with minimal effort, mind you. Tip number 7, I love this. In fact, I do this every single day, and that is line up your shoes. Now in our mudroom area, we do have a storage container, storage shelf, storage pull-out, whatever you want to call it. Gorgeous shoe organizer. Yes, I like that better. We put all the shoes in there. But if we don't have enough space in the shoe organizer for all the shoes, because I live in Minnesota, we got sandals, we got rain boots, we got tennis shoes for workout gear. With 6 people, not all our shoes will often fit in there. I like to arrange them nicely on the floor. That way, when I wake up the next day, I come downstairs, I look at the shoe, everything just looks so much better. Let me know right now in that comments box below if your shoes in your mudroom area or your entryway area, that place by the garage when you come in usually to the kitchen, there's just shoes scattered all over. Take just like 30 seconds, straighten them up, line them up, and you'll be amazed at how much nicer that space looks. And this is amazing because you're not hiding anything. All you're doing is lining things up and making them look orderly. And here's a fun little experiment that you can try when people are coming over to your home. Line up the shoes in your house, make them look nice, and then see what your guests do when they walk in your house. Do you have some guests who also line up their shoes nicely to be in sync with yours? Or do you have some guests who just take them off, whip them off, and they're like, hey, I'm here, let's party! Just being a little dramatic, but it is a fun little social experiment. Tip number 8, clean up your mirrors, especially in your bathroom or your window. You know, when you enter a house, sometimes you have windows. If there's fingerprints all over them, your home is automatically gonna look a little bit dirtier, not as sparkly, not as shiny. So you don't even need 5 minutes to do this depending upon how many windows or mirrors you have in your house, but wipe down those entryway windows. Maybe you have like a screen porch and you wanna wipe that down, but also especially in the bathroom. You have guests that are coming to use your bathroom. If you have like toothpaste marks, which we always do in our mirrors every single day. I don't know what my kids do. They stand in front of the mirror and like flick the toothbrush at the mirror. I don't know. I don't understand how things get in the places that they do. Let me know if you can relate to that one. Wipe down those mirrors. My favorite thing to clean windows and mirrors with to make them streak-free is plain old water. If you have distilled water, use that. If you have tap water, just use that. And e-cloths. No chemicals, no smells. It works every single time. It's beat anything when it comes to cleaning windows and mirrors. Now don't get me wrong, I love my foam window sprayers, I love my Windex because I like the smells, I like the experience, I like the foaming action, but in reality it doesn't work as well as just, well, an e-cloth and water. By the way, anything I talk about in this video or other videos, I always have linked in the description box below and pinned in that comment section. Tip number 9, go around your house and just straighten any picture frames, or maybe you have picture frames on a shelf and they're just kind of, I don't know, like out of place. Like you look at it and you can tell it's not where it's supposed supposed to be. And on the wall, like this is such an easy fix. Now I'm very type A, so whenever I go down my stairs, I'm always checking the picture frames, whether I have somebody coming over or not, just to make sure they're all lined up nicely, because it drives me insane when there are crooked picture frames. So at the end of this video, just look at your house really quickly and see if anything looks crooked. You may not notice it because you're so used to it, but chances are if a guest comes into your home, they might notice it. Tip number 10. Well, this is a risky one for me, but lo and behold, I have kept 3 plants alive within the past 2 years. Like, yes, congratulations, Andrea. But here's the tip, add a plant to your home. Now, it doesn't necessarily need to be a real plant. It could be an artificial plant, but I do like real plants because they help circulate the air, make it a little bit cleaner, purify it, just like a little nature in your house feels good if you can keep the plant alive. Plus, the green of the plant distracts from the mess and just gives your space more life. Whether we're conscious of it or not, having some greenery in your home really, I don't know, calms the soul, connects us with nature, just makes your home feel more inviting. Less sterile, if you will. Although very few people actually have sterile looking homes, in my opinion, because most people's homes are just filled with way too much stuff for it to ever be considered sterile. Part 3, contain the chaos. This might be my favorite, although, well, they're all great. Number 11, use bins, containers, something to contain the chaos. No one needs to know what's inside these bins. And in fact, in my mudroom area, the excess shoes that do not fit in our storage container, I put in bins. That way they're not strung all over our mudroom area. We can put them in the bins and then just push them under the shelves. If you find that your kitchen is often very cluttered with papers and, I don't know, pens and random bits and bobs and things, just have a little basket, throw everything in that basket to contain it, and you can address it at a later time. 2 places in my living room that I have bins to hide the chaos, because I don't want to spend hours organizing my kids' clothes to, in fact, well, them being completely disarray within 30 seconds time. So we have footrests that serve 2 functions. A footrest, but inside we can quickly just shove all the toys. If you have small kids, you totally know what I'm talking about. Like there's just toys everywhere. Now my 11-year-old, as they've gotten older, they have less toy things. So this is not as big of a deal. But with small children, hands down, you need good bins. Also in my living room, I have some wicker baskets so we can quickly contain the chaos, put the toys in the baskets. Now I've tried different bin systems and labeling them, like this is for the dinosaurs and this is for the puzzles and this is for the LOL dolls. But here's the deal, at least in my home, nothing ever really gets put back in those bins like they should. It's just chaos to begin with. So why did I spend all my time trying to organize these bins? See where I'm going with that? So let's just put everything in the bin and hide it. Tip number 12, stack paper towels or tissues neatly, or if you have a kitchen towel that you put on your oven handle, or in my case, the dishwasher or the microwave, just straighten that towel up. It's gonna give the appearance that your kitchen or that space is more orderly, more put together, as opposed to having like a towel that's just kind of like thrown over there haphazardly, like hanging off, very sad. So just straighten that towel up, make it look nice, flip it over. Now, if your tissues or paper towels are put away in a cupboard already hidden, no need to like go in and reorganize that, especially if you have guests coming over and you don't have a ton of time to clean. Tip number 13, hang up bags, coats, and purses. And did I mention backpacks? Anytime you can get things off the floor, your space will automatically look bigger and cleaner. I want you to keep this in mind when it comes to your closet as well, because I know for a lot of people, because I have organized many people's closets, everything tends to make its way to the floor. But if you can get everything up off the floor, that space, like you have just gained 500 square feet. I'm just kidding, not that much, but it just looks better. So hooks, command hooks, anything that you can get things up. Dollar Tree has options if you prefer that route. There's a lot of great options on Amazon. If you click the organizational link in the description box and pinned in the comments section, I have tons of amazing renter-friendly hooks because I am a huge fan of them, because really it elevates any space and just gives it that crisp lines. Tip number 14, hide those cords and chargers. If you can, tuck the cords away behind some furniture, make it a little more strategic so those cords are hidden, do that. You can also get yourself some flat plug power strips, which I love and adore because you can push furniture up against them really nicely and it just makes the space look more clean. You can also buy cord covers or outlet boxes to hide all those annoying cords, especially when it comes to an office space. If you, like us in our kitchen, we charge a lot of electronics because it's the most amount of outlets in our kitchen and it's just a centralized area. However, if you got a bunch of cords laying out, it's gonna make your space look more cluttered and less clean. Also, if you are new here, make sure that you hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on my weekly cleaning and organizing videos to make your home a place that you never want to leave. And if you're not following on Instagram, make sure you do it, Andrea Jean Cleaning, because I post on Instagram stories every single day. Behind the scenes, sneak peeks, quick tips and tricks, daily deals, like goodies going on over there. Tip number 15, if you have dishes out that were drying, quickly dry them and put them away. Or if you have a bunch of dishes in your sink that haven't quite made their way into the dishwasher, empty the dishwasher should you need to. Typically that's why there's a ton of dishes in the sink, because someone thinks the dishes in the dishwasher are clean and they don't want to empty the dishwasher. At least that happens in my family. So clear any dishes that you can. And in fact, if you don't have time to do the cleaning of the dishes, the putting in the way of the dishes, and someone is literally coming over to your house, you can hide them in your oven. I know this is like the strangest thing you've ever heard. Like, why would I put dirty dishes from my sink into my oven? Well, trust me, most people congregate in the kitchen. Yes, there's food. It's just a common place. And if you have a bunch of dirty dishes in your sink, it just doesn't look as appealing or as clean or as put together. And the goal here is to make your home look cleaner, right? So it's okay, put them in your oven. But here's the key. Don't forget that you put said dirty dishes in your oven. You're gonna wanna take those babies out when your friend leaves or some random person, new person that came over to your house. I mean, if it's a really good friend, they could care less, but I digress. Part number 4, focus zones. Tip number 16, make your bed always, especially if the goal is to have a cleaner home or the appearance of a cleaner home, not only for yourself, but anyone that comes into your home. If your bed is made, the rest of your bedroom looks cleaner than it actually is. And when your room feels cleaner, we are less likely to, well, clutter it up faster, right? If a space already looks dirty, over-cluttered, it's just easier to make it more cluttered. Clutter attracts clutter. Dirt attracts dirt. So if your bed is made and your bedroom looks cleaner already, chances are it's not gonna get as messy and dirty as fast. You get where I'm going with that? Number 17, close the toilet lid. I know this seems strange, but you will notice in real estate in particular, or if you're touring a new house or someone is selling their house, if they're a good realtor, they're gonna go around and shut the toilet seats. It's just a little thing that makes the home look a little bit more put together. My husband is a realtor, so I have firsthand experience with this one. You'll also see this very frequently in high-end homes. Rarely, if you tour a very high-end home, will you walk around that home and see random toilet seats open. In fact, they don't even want you to use the toilets when you're in those homes. It's like, where do I go to the bathroom around here? I don't know, you better stop at the gas station. You can't go in here. Oh my gosh. Tip number 18, sweep or vacuum those high traffic areas only. So for me, it's that mudroom area. We have a black rug which collects everything like the dirt and grime, so it doesn't make its way more into our house, which genius, love it. This rug, just amazing. However, when the rug looks dirty, well, it makes the space look dirty. So I like to go in, vacuum that up before I have any company coming over. And I also like to do this at the end of every day because again, I like to wake up and feel like my home is cleaner than it may actually be. I mean, there's probably a layer of dust laying around the house. Things probably need to be vacuumed outside of this very visually high trafficked area, but because that area is clean, well, it makes me feel like the rest of the home is cleaner. So if you have company coming over, just do a quick sweep, a quick vacuum where people will be coming in and out of your home. Tip number 19, tidy that TV area. For us, the only thing that we really store by our TV area is, well, let me take that back. Our remote controls, I like to go in and tidy all the remote controls up. If there is like a thick layer of dust by our TV, I'm just gonna quickly grab a little Swiffer and wipe that down because nothing says dirty like dust this thick right here. Like, I also like to go on our bookshelf and just straighten everything up really quickly. This bookshelf is the only place in our home that we have like knick-knacky type of things. I hate knick-knacks because one, you have to like clean around them, dust accumulates on them, and then it just makes your home look dirtier. You gotta spend time moving it and touching. I digress. I like a little decor, tasteful decor, but if it looks out of place, you wanna make sure that you put it back in order. You also notice that if you tour new homes or maybe an older home, but it's being listed for sale, there's not gonna be a ton of knickknacks in that home. Why? Well, it just makes the space look smaller. It looks visually more cluttered, and that's not something that you want. So if you are looking to increase the square footage of your home, you're thinking to yourself, Andrea, oh, if I just had a bigger home, maybe you have a lot of knickknacks out. Maybe you just have too much visual clutter. If you go around your house 5 minutes a day and just kind of clear some things up, leave some open space in your home, you'll be amazed at how much larger your home feels. Not only to you, but anyone else coming into your home. Tip number 20, clean one large surface area. Again, these are things that you can do in 5 minutes. So you're cleaning without actually really cleaning, if you catch my drift. So chances are it's probably your kitchen countertop, an island area, like things have accumulated on there throughout the day or from people, or maybe you just have a lot of kitchen appliances that aren't being used on a regular basis. See if you could tuck those away in like a coat closet that has extra room, or I don't know, get creative, maybe in the garage somewhere. But tackle just one surface area and clear it up, whether you put it in a bin, you put it in a paper bag, you put the belongings where they actually go because you have the time. That is up to you, but the goal is to clean one large surface area. Pick that area, make it spotless, use this as your clean anchor. 20 easy tips to help you fake a clean home without actually scrubbing, without actually having to deep clean and get in all those nooks and crannies. Let me know something that you learned new today, and let me know which of these tricks you find yourself using on a regular basis. And if you saw anything that you liked in this video, make sure that you check that description box. Follow me on Instagram at Andrea Jean Cleaning. And do you use the YouTube community tab? Because I post on there 3, 4, 5 times a week, deals, behind the scenes, fun things, so that you can access it here on YouTube as well. And we have got to keep that fun going. So click this video on screen now, thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you, my friend, in the next one.